what do the examiners do? They count the words, so we shall do the same. 347. 347, a little bit long. I'm looking at this paragraph now. That looks very long. Very long. We don't need all this. 347 words. Now, your minimum is 250. But most people do about 300 to 90 or thereabouts, and that is fine. Because if you do 250, there's a possibility you might not properly develop your main ideas. Anything over 300, as in this one here, 347, there's danger of making more mistakes the more that you write, tautology, repetition, not being as concise and clear as you could be. So I would aim for around about 300 or just under, and that should be fine. 280, 90-ish. Okay. So what do we have here? We've got a discussion question. Some people prefer to spend their lives doing the same things and avoiding change. Others, however, think that change is always a good thing. So, is change good or is change bad? Okay, discuss both these views and give your opinion. So, let me get the changes on. Okay. People have different views about whether change is a good thing in life or not. While there are those who believe that food tempted is their preference in life, well, how can you believe that something is a preference? You either prefer something or you don't. You don't believe that I believe I prefer coffee over tea. You either do or you don't. So, I hold the view that by creating a dynamic life, we would benefit more. Creating a dynamic life. So, is this supposed to mean that you think that change is always a good thing? I suppose so. I would try and state it a little clearer if possible. Creating a dynamic life, we would benefit more. Okay. On the one hand, refraining from change in life can have some merits. Now, you don't need these. I see you have one here too, where you put the main, where you signpost what the paragraph is about. We need progression. So simply, what does it say here? Cohesion attracts no attention. So if you're signposting what the paragraph is about, obviously that's attracting attention. So you don't really need this. If you took that sentence away, it wouldn't have any impact on the essay. In fact, it would be better because it would get straight to the point. By avoiding change, some individuals might feel a sense of security in their lives, and when you explain and give an example. Now, you only need 4 sentences at the most in a paragraph. Let's have a look. 128 words in one paragraph. That's too many, far too many. Okay, on one hand, refraining from changing life comes by avoiding change and a sense of security in their lives. Job security could be a prominent example for this argument. You haven't made an argument, though. Have you? You haven't made one. By avoiding change, some individuals might feel a sense of security in their lives. That's not an argument. It's an assertion, not the same. As these people prefer to secure their position in a job and enjoy their own peace of mind, which means what? Rather than the stress of losing their jobs. Well, right, losing your job, that's not something that you can avoid. It's saying refraining from change. Now, if you say changing your job, looking for another job, losing may not be anything to do with you. It may be outside your control. So that's not the same thing at all. Another decisive factor for having a stable lifestyle, well, avoiding change, does that necessarily imply a stable lifestyle? Would be the fact that an individual could be an expert in his or her particular field. Well, you can be an expert in your particular field by changing job, changing, from one school to another school, picking up more experience. If you're an IT guy, for example, moving from different firms, learning different aspects of the IT world would make you an expert. That would be change. So I'm not really sure what if this is supposed to be an example of when a teacher, for instance, repeats the same thing all over again. What teaching what you mean, the same lesson? He or she will feel confident in the subject matter, consequently enjoy self-satisfaction. Consequently, they may enjoy a sense of severe boredom if they teach the same shit over and over again. So that's not really an example of anything. Refraining from change, not changing for the sake of change. So, okay, so you've got your main idea, not changing. You might feel a sense of security. Okay, job security could be a prominent, and why would it be a prominent example? Is it an example? And you don't need to signpost, it's an example. You could simply say, for example, staying in the same job, blah, 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 blah. As these people, what people? People who refrain from change? Secure their position in a job? Well, as I say, often it's not down to the individual. And enjoy their own peace of mind. I'm not sure quite what that means, rather than the stress of losing their jobs and finding another one. Well, again, that could be out of your control, so that's not really refraining from change. Stable lifestyle, individual could be an expert. You can be an expert and change, so that's not really an example of anything. The same subject is supposed to be the same lesson. We're confident in the subject matter. That's not really an example. Now, you only need one idea in a paragraph. You don't need two. You only need one. So this paragraph is far too long. All that you need, main idea, explain it, example, connect it back to the main topic. By avoiding change, some individuals might feel a sense of security in their lives. For example, job security. If people know they have a stable income and position, they can have peace of mind, plan for the future. Something such as that, okay? Because this is a little bit confusing. It doesn't really say anything. What people, what jobs, what's a stable lifestyle, what same thing. I presume you're talking about a lesson. I've got no idea. Okay. On the other hand, I agree with those who believe living a lifestyle and habits is much more preferable. Well, okay. Individuals will not be aware of their talents in other areas unless they decide to experience different things in life. I'm not sure what that means about embracing change. A teacher who is perfect in his or her job could be more successful in other careers. Hang on. Is this a single sentence? What is this? This is a run-on sentence. A teacher who is perfect on his or her job could be more successful in other careers such as customer servicing or marketing, as these jobs demand a tremendous amount of patience as well as a sense of sympathy and care for other people, which a teacher has already gained. What is that? Far too long. Run-on sentence. So a teacher who is perfect could be more successful in other careers. Well, or maybe they might be shit in their other careers. What are you talking about? That's not an argument of anything, is it? What's that got to do? So you are saying that a teacher should change their job. Why would you change your job if you were perfect? So just in terms of logic, let's just take a look at this. So you say varying your lifestyle and habits is preferable. Okay, so you think that change is a good thing. So what you've got to do is talk about what you mean by change. Give me a definition. So here you are talking about changing your job. Okay, so individuals will not be aware of their talents in other areas unless they decide to experience different things in life. Well, okay, I kind of get at that. Then we have a teacher who is perfect. So if they're perfect, why would they want to change? Why would, where's the logic? Could be more successful in a career such as customer servicing or marketing, as these jobs demand a tremendous amount of patience. So I'm not really sure what you're trying to actually say there. If the skills that you have as a teacher could be used in a different career, then so it's the same thing. So it's not a different talent. So you say their talents in other areas, but if they have already gained patience, sympathy, and care, then it's not a different talent, is it? It's the same talent applied to a different job, which is not the same thing at all. Okay. Additionally, when someone tries to change the way he or she is living life, for example, what are you talking about? I've no idea. Motivation and determination might be, and what motivation, what determination, what are you talking about? Life could be much more. This sentence here is telling me nothing. What are you talking about? When someone tries to, so are you talking about losing weight, going to the gym, getting some qualifications? Why would motivate? And why would motivation, determination be enhanced? Usually, you need motivation and determination to make a change. They don't come first. They don't come afterwards. So I'm not really sure how can it be, what can be argued that creating a dynamic lifestyle would lead to a better life. What does that mean? What do you mean by a dynamic lifestyle? How do you define a better life? So this is not an argument. This is just a series of very vague assertions with no clear examples. I've no idea what you're talking about. You say, if something changes, life could be more meaningful and it could be better if you change. What exactly? What are you talking about changing? You haven't really said anything. Okay. In conclusion, I can understand why some people argue that having a stable and sedentary, well, that's not the same thing, is it? A sedentary, that implies a lack of physical activity. It doesn't really say that. It's just talking about change. Seems to be that by creating a changeable life, well, change can be bad as well as good. So again, what does that mean? Individuals such as whom will be much more satisfied. How and satisfied with what? So very, very vague. I've no real idea what this essay is talking about, except refraining from change is good because some people might feel secure. Secure in what? Again, that's pretty vague. On the other hand, change is good because some people might like change. It might make things better, but okay. Well, let's take a look. So, criteria time. Let's get my pencil. Fully addresses all parts of a task. Oh yeah. Fully developed position. Fully extended, well-supported ideas. Well, not really. Do you directly answer these questions? Well, not as such. Let's have a look. So, right, here we go. This looks better. Right. So, some people may have some change that may make some things better some way, somehow. Do you think this sounds like your ideas? Lack focus, overgeneralize? I think so. Let's take a look. Fully covered, conclusions may be unclear, repetitive. Well, yes. What is it you say? It's a better life, enhanced, more meaningful. What else do you say? So So that's basically saying the same thing kind of twice. Let's have a look again. So refraining from change. Okay, so if you don't change, that's good. By avoiding change, you may feel a sense of security. So again, enjoy their own peace of mind, stable lifestyle, so confidence, self-satisfaction. So that's a little bit repetitive in a sense. This paragraph here, so varying your lifestyle is preferable, more successful, so try to change, so motivation, determination, and enhance to lead to a better life. So I think 7 for task response, and it's not possible, it's definite. Okay, so a lack of focus, overly general, I would give task response a 7. I think is fair, and some of the examiner might think, well, okay, well, I'll be generous and give it a 7. Now, cohesion and coherence. Do we have a clear central topic? No, we don't. We've got 2 main ideas, a paragraph. You only need 1. So let's have a look. Cohesion attracts no attention. Well, it does attract attention because you use, on the one hand, secondly, you use that kind of approach, so it does attract attention. Logical sequence, well, maybe. Clear central topic, not really. Occasional minor lapses. No, I think cohesion and coherence is good. Clear overall progression. I would probably give it 7, I think, because 6 is a little bit low. Mechanical use of cohesion. Central topic may not always be clear. 7 or 6. I'll be generous again. I'll give it a 7. Though the examiner may not be as kindly as I am. Central topic, cohesion. Okay. So make it 7 and 7. Vocabulary. I think the vocab's good in general. Let's have a look. Different change, good thing. Dynamic life. Some merits, decisive factor, confidence, self-satisfaction, talent. I think the vocab in general, inappropriacies, no, there's no really inappropriacies there. Skillfully, I haven't seen any idiomatic or uncommon items, haven't seen any of those. Wide range of vocab, well, it's not that bad. Appropriate inappropriacies, no, I think it's pretty appropriate. I'd probably give it I give it 7. Give it 7 because I think it's, it doesn't really have a very wide range. There's no errors, and I can't see any idiomatic items, so I'd probably give it a 7. So far 7, 7, 7. Now the grammar. Now error-free sentences. So how they calculate the score is they count the number of sentences, and it's a number of sentences that are without a mistake. That's how it's calculated. So how many sentences? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and that's 13. So a majority error-free, and I think the grammar is pretty good here. Pretty good. I haven't made any grammatical changes. I think grammatical range accuracy. I'd probably give it 8. Because we've got a majority of sentences are error-free, in fact. Complex structures, control, there's no errors. I can't see any. So I give it 7, 7, 7, 8 for this one. So, okay, let's have a quick look, what can we do? What can we do for the score? So 7, 14, 21, 8, 29, divided by 4. 7.25, and we round it down. So I would probably give it 7. I think it's not too bad. It should have been more, but it's too, one, it's too long, overly general, a little bit vague. What are you talking about? You're talking about change. You don't say what that means. What's a stable lifestyle mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? So to get a higher score, and again, the examiner may not be as generous, you need to focus, right? Be specific. We need to focus. Where does it say focus, focus, focus? We need a focus. Specifics. What are you talking about? Okay, yeah. So, lack focus. We need a focus. Be clear. Define your key terms. What are you talking about? So, what exactly is a better life? Are you talking about in terms of financial reward? Are you talking about prestige or status? What does a better life mean? A dynamic lifestyle. Again, what does that mean? Are you talking about fast moving international travel? What does that mean? Meaningful. How? What? Meaning. I mean, meaningful could be different for anybody. Are you talking about in a financial sense, a religious sense, a family? What does that mean? Motivation, determination might be enhanced, such as how? Tries to change the way he or she is living life. Changing what? How? So, little overly general. We need to focus. What exactly are you talking about? Define your key terms. And if you can do that, you should get a much higher score, because the English in this is not bad at all. Okay, I hope that helps.